What's up everybody, welcome back to another video. In this video I'm gonna be run you through everything that I'm carrying for my 8,000 kilometer Ladakh trip. Everything that's going on to my saddlebags, everything that's going on to my tank bag and the backpack. So you're gonna see everything in detail. What's interesting is the fact that I've managed to pack everything in a 28 liter saddlebags. 14 plus 14, 28 liters. A couple of years ago I used to carry panniers, stop box, and then I switched to just the tail bag, and the tail bag was about 50 liters, and now I've come to 28 liters. You could say that I'm in my lightweight era. Yeah, so it's kind of interesting, and I'll show you guys everything in detail. And without any further ado, let's get into it. Alright, so to begin with, we have these two packing cubes where most of my clothes sit. One of these goes to the left saddlebag and this goes to the right saddlebag. Now the reason for that is because the one that goes onto the left saddlebag is one that I'm intending not to remove till I reach Chandigarh. So then I don't have to worry about packing and repacking and all that stuff. So this is the one that I'm intending to open till I reach Chandigarh. Because this has everything that I need for everyday purposes once I reach the hotel. A few shorts and 2 t-shirts and socks and underwear, and there's my toiletry bag which I keep in this, and that's about it. And this has few clothes where I would end up using probably in Ladakh or somewhere around there, because I have a cargo pant, I have a denim, I have few more underwears here, and shorts and t-shirts. So that's about it. Nothing else over here. Pretty straightforward. That's my entire clothes for 25 days, including my toiletry bag. Yeah, so let's keep that aside. And we have another jacket. Now this is just a basic Decathlon jacket that I would use just for the sake of it, using a jacket. I love using jackets. Alright, moving on to the next one. This is my shoe. I try to carry running shoes or some kind of a sports shoe so that it's kind of flexible and it helps in sort of packing. And this is the only other footwear other than my Alpine Stars tech boots that I'm carrying. I don't carry flip-flops because I always use shoes. So that's that. On to the next one. This is a puff jacket which can stand up to -5 degrees Celsius, which I bought from Decathlon, and that's that. Now these are thermal liners, again from Decathlon. I'm a Decathlon fanboy. From the looks of all these, you just get good products over there for the best price, and these are thermals from there, top and bottom. And the next one, this is a rain pant which is from Decathlon again, and this is a rain jacket by Royal Enfield. I mostly use these for all my rain rides. Yeah, so these work well for me. Now this lot is all about my clothes: thermal liners, puff jacket, a normal jacket, shoes, and rain gear. That's about it. Oh yeah, I have waterproof socks from Rhinox. That goes in there as well. Alright, so moving on to the utility department. Now this pouch, this contains all my cables, all the stuff that I require to charge my devices, and also a mic for my helmet in case if that goes wrong. The other side has 2 charging bricks and a wire for it. Now this makes my life a lot more easier because this can charge many things at once, and this also charges my MacBook, so I don't have to carry the big charging brick that comes with the MacBook. And this is again an extra brick just in case if I need that. That is the whole pouch. Alright, next product. Now this is a puncture kit. This is readily available from Amazon. It's kind of very common at this point, and I do have tubeless set of tires right now, so I don't have to worry about the extra work of removing my tires and all that. For the air pump, I have a really good solution for that. I'll show you guys that in a bit, but yeah, this is the puncture kit. Now next one, this contains all the miscellaneous items: an extra GoPro battery charger, a power bank, an extra mount, an adapter. So just the essentials, to be honest. That's that. And really important, now this is a med kit that I got from Amazon. I used to use a different one before, but then, you know, for the ride I thought I would get this one. I'm yet to add few tablets into it, but apart from that, everything is in here already, which is pre-made for you, so nothing to worry about there. Just a simple med kit. Next one, this is another pouch with all my GoPro mounts. Just another miscellaneous pouch that I carry on all my rides, just in case if one breaks, then I have a backup. Now next one, this is a chain loop. It's kind of big for my liking, but this is something that was in my home right now, so you know, why not just take it. And I'm not carrying chain cleaner because it's gonna take up much more space, so if I ever need to clean my chain, then I'll probably buy it on the go. And yeah, for now chain lube works for such distances, and I'm okay with that. Moving on to the next one, this is an extra visor that I carry with me. So as you guys know, I always use a tinted visor, just in case if I'm ever riding in rain or late nights, then I can use this. It's always handy. Now this is the headphones that I carry for my trips, because I use these for editing my videos. Now this had a case, but I have no clue where that went, but I'll probably find it before I pack everything up, I mean for the actual ride. But yeah, for now this goes in as it is. Moving on to the next one, this is a really interesting one. It is from Roya Moto. Now they are based off of Austria, and this is a toolkit made specifically for Himalayan 450. It's not available in India. In fact, this is the first time they're sending it to India, that is to me, because I reached out to them a couple of months ago under the impression that they would have a toolkit for Himalayan 450, but they didn't. And apparently, you know, we kind of spoke with each other, and then he was ready to make a toolkit for 450, given that I sort of helped him because he didn't have a Himalayan 450 accessible to him over there. So I have a Himalayan 450, and yeah, I took almost about 120 photos of every visible bolts and nuts on the motorcycle. Yeah, and then it is made. It has arrived. There you go. Now this is an insanely premium toolkit that is for the Himalayan 450. It's absolutely amazing. You know what's the most unique thing in this toolkit is the fact that you have this axle nut spanner with a tire lever. How cool is that? I mean, just look at that. And it's insanely lightweight. So you get that, and you get another tire lever. And then you have a ratchet. And with all the, you know, sockets and adapters and whatnot, everything's over here included just for the Himalayan 450. Now this is kind of expensive because by the time it reaches India, it would almost cost you 30,000 rupees. So that's the only negative side of this, but otherwise this is amazing. And do you guys remember when I told I don't need an air compressor? That's because I have this. This is a hand pump. So what you need to do is get this out, connect this to your valve, and then pump it. There you go. I mean, it is not as fast as the air compressor, but I don't have to worry about an air compressor running out of charge, because I have been in that situation where I thought I did have charge in my air compressor and I didn't have, so I was stuck in those kind of situations. So this is an amazing product. I love it. Alright, so with the toolkit we have finished everything that goes into the saddlebags, and moving on to the tank bag. Now this is a tank bag that I recently got from Aoocci. This is a brand from Australia, I suppose. It's Aoocci Dry Pack. Amazing tank bag. Now the capacity of this is about 6 liters, if I'm not wrong. If you open this, you have a compartment over here where you can keep your phone and stuff. And you need to open this. Now this is where most of my filming stuff goes into. There's my drone batteries, drone remote. This is where my DSLR goes, and DSLR batteries, GoPro batteries, everything over here. Now this is a perfect setup in terms of my filming equipment, and I'm really happy with this. Now this is a strap based tank bag, which goes onto the tank, and you sort of need to have those straps always on the bike. That's about it for the tank bag setup. Alright, so these are my saddlebags from Rhino Walk. 14 liters plus 14 liters, 28 liters, which is not a lot, but I'm gonna pack all of these stuff into this right now. Alright, so here's how I'm planning it. The right side saddlebag is the one that I would essentially open every day at hotels, because I'm gonna keep my daily clothes and toiletries, wires, power bank and whatnot, everything into this. And the stuff that I would not use, at least until I reach Chandigarh, will go onto the left one. First goes my shoes. So I'm gonna put this in the base so it sits nicely over there. And then we have my daily clothes. This is gonna go on top of the shoes in the bottom and the clothes on top. So we still have so much space over here. Next goes in my cable pack, and then my jacket, which I use on a daily basis. So before we go ahead, I'm gonna pack the left side as well so that I can balance stuff on both the sides. So first goes in the clothes cube. It's gonna easily fit in there without any issues. And then goes my puff jacket. Now this sits easily on top of that, so it's a snug fit. Yeah. And then goes my toolkit. And then goes my miscellaneous pouch with all my power banks and stuff like that. And then goes my puncture kit. And then goes my med kit. And then goes my... Now the whole idea behind having all these, just like this on top is because if at all anything breaks down, then I can quickly open this up and I have a puncture kit. I have my lube. I have my toolkit. I have my med kit. We still have my waterproof socks. Now that goes in there. We have my thermal liners. This could go on there, but then we kind of need to balance the weight on both the sides, so that's what I'm trying to do. Coming to the rain gear is gonna go over here. Now this is the final item that goes onto my bags. Now this can either go over here or over here, depending upon which has space. I'm guessing this would have more space, and then we are done. Just have to do this. There we go, we are done. This is what I'm carrying for Ladakh, for 8,000 kilometers that is. So for the last bit, this is my Kriega backpack. This is where I have my water bladder, and documents and my wallet goes over here. And this is where I put my laptop, my headphones and a few other miscellaneous stuff that I wouldn't have fit inside the Rhino Walk. All that goes over here, but I try to keep this as light as possible so that I don't have neck pains throughout the ride. And also carry some food on this, like snacks, protein bars, whatnot. Everything goes onto this one or the tank bag. Alright, so that's about everything that I carry in my saddlebags and my tank bag. So if there's anything left out which I wouldn't have packed in my saddlebag or the tank bag, it would most probably end up in my backpack, unless it's really heavy. So if it's really heavy, then I try to sort of reorder things in the saddlebags and try to put everything into that. And again, stuff like a small notebook and AirPods, everything goes onto my backpack because it really doesn't matter. And I also end up using these very often. I know some of you might list a few things in the comment section and be like, bro, you missed these. I know, yeah. And I'm okay to sacrifice those because, to be honest, I've been really used to riding like this since the past a year or so. The only difference in the list of things for my Ladakh trip is the fact that I'm carrying a puff jacket and a thermal liner, and that's about it. Otherwise, everything is just the same thing. It's just a normal day for me. And if you're wondering where I store all of these footages on a daily basis, I store them onto my SSDs. I carry a couple of SSDs. To be honest, I've seen very few people go into Ladakh with such a light setup. Yeah, this is fun. You guys should try this and stop overpacking, I would say. There's a lot of stuff that you wouldn't need. I used to carry like 10 pairs of shirts and 5 pairs of jeans, and I don't even know why I packed that, because in the ride I ended up using just 1 pair of jeans and mostly 3 to 4 t-shirts. So that sort of became the new standards for me, and then I started carrying just 4 t-shirts mostly for all my rides. And even now for Ladakh, with the 4 t-shirts, I can wash them and then dry them and then reuse them. I don't have to carry 10 clothes for 10 days. That's not necessary. this is what I want you guys to do, and be really honest with it. Rate Naira with the luggage setup in the comment section. I'm really excited to see what your ratings are. Alright, so that's about it. I hope you guys liked the video. I hope you guys liked the details, and if you did, please drop a like and subscribe, and see you guys in the motorcycle service video. Bye bye.